now your ABC6 Storm Tracker weather with meteorologist Kelly Bates.
Well, here we are with temperatures in the 40s for most areas. And in order to support some snow, particularly snow that's going to stick and accumulate, we've got to get these numbers down. And that's the process that'll be happening over the course of the next few hours. And this is one of the keys to get it done. You see, as of right now, we're bringing in air largely from the south or southeast. Southerly wind tends to be warm for us in southern New England, and that's going to help to limit the cooling, or at least the cooling rate. So we need to flip that wind direction, and that's the process that we're going to watch happen. So right now, satellite and radar showing the clouds already filling in across the area and some precipitation in western portions of Connecticut, but that's not reaching the ground, not just yet. We have to wait a little bit more before that comes in. So here's what the storm looks like as we zoom out. The heart of that circulation is actually just north of where Cincinnati is. So you'll see it all sort of makes like a little curve right there. That's the center of the low. As that gets closer and closer to the east coast, it will eventually transfer its energy to the development of a coastal storm. And it's during that transfer of energy after midnight where we're going to start to see the rate of precipitation really increase as the energy gets infused into that coastal storm. So that's the process we'll watch happen. We're going to see snow begin likely after 7, 8 o'clock. Should be filled in across southern New England by midnight. And then we get to about 2:30 in the morning. And that's when we start to transition from snow to rain. So this is where our accumulation is really going to be putting the brakes on, because the rain will start along the south coast, and from here on out along south coastal areas, it's going to be a rain deal. I wanted to point out that you'll notice in the rain, you'll see an occasional red dot. Yeah, there's a chance of thunderstorms in here as well, because there's going to be so much energy involved. So south of the Pike, we're going to be doing some mixing. North of the Pike, we're going to be doing some accumulating. And in fact, some of your favorite ski areas in northern New England are going to get a measurable amount of snow on the order of like 8 to 12 inches of the stuff. But for us, this is really a mixed precipitation gig here. Once we get to about noon on Saturday, the steady stuff shuts down, and then we go to some showers that would finish out the time period of the day. A chance of some showers in the evening, but we're pretty much done with it by the time we get to like 9, 10 o'clock at night. We'll even do some clearing too, and that'll make way for sunshine for Sunday. So here's basically tomorrow in a nutshell. As we go just past midnight, we're snow till about 3, and then we start that mixing process from 4 till about, say, 6 or 7. After that, we should be transitioning over to all rain, and by 10 o'clock, we should all be there. We should all be rain by 10. So not only is it a snow deal and a mixed precipitation deal, we're going to be bringing in wind. Coastal wind gusts have the potential of 50 miles per hour between the hours of 1 a.m. and 10 a.m. on Saturday. And we also have a coastal flood advisory in effect for the potential of surge of 2.5 to 3 feet between 5 and 9 a.m. So here's what our winds are going to look like moving in from the east by the time we get to 4 a.m., gusting 40 miles per hour or higher. And winds will still be gusty right through Saturday evening. So the day on the whole is going to be quite blustery. Power outages, yeah, there is a possibility, particularly in coastal areas where we're expecting winds up to 50 miles per hour. Our precipitation, a mixture of snow, sleet, and rain. And again, isolated tree damage, but that may be enough to take down some power lines. And that's why we do have that chance of power outages in coastal areas. So how much snow are we going to get before we change over? Generally 1 to 3. That's going to be about it. Your higher accumulations will be in areas, of course, that never transition or mix with sleet or rain. And that would be from the Pike on north. And then again, northern New England, there are parts that we'll see up to a foot. So it's going to be windy, snow to onset this. We're going to do about 4 hours of snow, and then we'll start that mixing process. Patchy fog will be in here as well. Winds will increase during the overnight and begin those big gusts after 1 a.m. Wintry mix early on will be over to rain by 10 a.m. Additional accumulations, sure, but I think the worst case scenario for additional accumulation will be well north of the city and maybe about ½ an inch. So no big whoop there, I guess. Sunday, mostly sunny. Lots of sunshine for Monday, too. In fact, I think Monday is going to be our nicest day of the week. Not only ample sunshine, but highs that should be close to 50. John?